So what I'm doing is, people keep asking me how I do my foundation chains because I don't typically start with a chain. So what I've got is I've got a 6mm hook, and I have some Spotlight Stallion yarn. Normally I'd only use a 3.5 or 4mm hook for this yarn, it's very fine. But I wanted to have the nice big chain loops just so that you could see clearly what I was doing. So we're going to start off, it does actually start like a normal chain. So you make your loop. This is actually really quite bizarre watching it through the screen here. Okay, so you make your loop, and then you are going to chain 2. I know I call it a chainless foundation, but it really should be called start with a chain but don't keep chaining. Okay, so I've got 2 there, and the first one's quite loose. Now you want the first one loose because what you're doing is you're pulling up one loop through it. That didn't work. Let's try again. So we're going to pull one loop through it, and then we're going to pull one loop through that one, and then pull through those 2 loops. So we've actually just made a single crochet hanging off the side of that there, that series of chains. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to pop our hook in through this little loop here, the first one that we made off the side of our chain. And we're going to do the same thing again. So pop the hook in, and we're going to flip out one loop, and then we're going to flip our second loop, and then we're going to pull through both. So there we are. That's another little single. And just to repeat, you'll have to forgive me, my great fat hands are in the way, and I'm actually really struggling with trying to do this with a mobile phone sitting on my lap. But it's pretty easy, and once you get the hang of it, you'll never want to go back because it's actually really stretchy. So I'll get a couple up just so that I can blast. Okay, so that's 5, but it's really quite stretchy, whereas a normal chain isn't. So this is really good for on the top of socks or anything else that you need to be stretchy. Now this loop at the start, you can obviously make it much tighter. I just made it loose because I'm finding it really damn difficult doing it this way. So I'm going to frog it out, and I'm going to show you how to do it with a DC. So let's make my little slip knot again. So it's 1 and 2, and this time it's going to be 3, obviously, because it's a DC. So then we're going to start it like a normal DC. Then we're going to pop it in. So we pull the first loop, and then you flip the second one up, and then you complete your DC as normal. And I don't think I actually got that on camera. So you roll, go around the hook, and you go in this little, I'd like to call it the backbone, that's just what I ended up calling it. So you do your 1 flip loop, and then you pull through 1, pull through the 2, and then pull through the 2. The thing you've got to remember is that you're creating the chain and creating the DC that sits on the chain. So you hook around the hook, into the backbone, pull through the backbone, and then you're pulling through your first loop, pulling through the 2, and completing the stitch. So there. And as you can see, it looks pretty good. And I'll just pull this through here. Forgive my TV on in the background, it's on just to give a bit of light. So what I've got here is, this is a blanket I'm making, and you can see at the bottom, this is the stitch I've done. I've done this foundation stitch for the entire edging of this blanket, because it's nice and stretchy and it's simple. But yeah, so that's it. Enjoy. Bye.